Hi viewers, welcome to the last section of this course, the future of recommendation engines. In this section we'll look into the technological shift and motivational shift driving the future of recommendation engines and the popular methodologies for improving the quality of recommendation engines. Now we move on to the first video of this section, future and phases of recommendation engines. As we've reached the end of the course, I feel it's time to talk about the future of recommendation engines. We'll first look at phases of recommendation engines. As explained in Section 1, Recommendation Engines and Introduction, if we look closely at the evolution of recommender systems, the recommendation engines have evolved in multiple directions. It's important to understand the directions in which recommendation engines are evolving to cope with futuristic situations. We're heading into the third phase of evolution of recommendation engines, and the phases are: Phase 1 is the general recommendation engine. Phase 2 is the personalized recommendation engines. Phase 3 includes futuristic recommendation engines. Predominantly, recommendation engines focus on consumers. Let's understand how these systems are evolving with respect to users. With the increase in the usage of the internet, everyday decisions ranging from which products to buy to which movies to watch, to which restaurants to try, have led to more and more trust being put in the hands of these recommendation engines. These recommendation systems are changing the way we make up our minds, guiding us through a new digital reality. We'll now look at the first phase, general recommendation engines. These recommendation engines are the earlier generation of recommendation engines. Collaborative filtering, user-based recommenders and item-based recommenders fall into this phase of general recommendations. As explained in Section 3, Recommendation Engines Explained, the collaborative filtering recommenders have become very popular and are also very effective at recommending things to users. This figure is symbolic of general recommendation engines. Next is Phase 2, personalized recommender systems. As the information explosion started and more people started using the web, leaving a good amount of digital footprints, such as search patterns, clicks, etc., companies started looking into what, in the items or products, the user is interested in and which features of the items are making the user look for it. Companies started realizing that each person is unique and has unique tastes, and then they started catering to their need for personalized things. These are also called content-based recommender systems. In Section 3, Recommendation Engines Explained, we learned about content-based recommenders in detail. This figure shows how personalized recommendation systems are given to the customer. As systems moved to personalized systems, known as content-based recommender systems, more advanced techniques using machine learning, big data, and the cloud started calculating items more suited to the users. Methods such as matrix factorizations, singular value decomposition, SVD, and regression analysis started to be employed as technology evolved. The aforementioned two methods have their own limitations to new data and in narrowing down the information. To solve these problems, the ensemble or hybrid recommender models evolved, which are formed by combining one or more algorithms to achieve more accuracy. For more information, refer to the following websites: benan.github.io, www.quora.com. This is an example of implementations of deep learning in recommendation systems. An S-curve for recommender systems would push the current state of its art nearly to the top of its bent. Next is Phase 3. Futuristic recommender systems. At this point, let me pause and take you to the futuristic view of recommender systems. We are moving into something called ubiquitous recommender systems. Ubiquitous recommenders start recommending things in real time based on your location, time, mood, sleep cycle, and energy output. This figure depicts a futuristic system. This means that wherever you go and whatever you do, the recommender systems will be watching you and will be recommending things on the go. Google, Facebook, and other major IT giants have pioneered these recommender systems and have nearly perfected them, and started delivering these ubiquitous recommender systems. Google Allo from Google is one example of a ubiquitous recommender system. Till now, we're getting recommendations based on some bucketing, users or items. But the future will be more tailor-made to users based on their digital footprints available. Google Allo is one of the best available apps, which continuously monitors you. And based on your activity on the app, it will definitely be recommending things on the go in the future. Google Allo is a chat environment which works as a virtual assistant, assisting us with all our queries, which in turn will learn our preferences and interests over time and make smart suggestions on the go. This is how real-time context-aware recommender systems also fall into this type of futuristic recommenders. We'll now learn about end of search. We're moving away from traditional ways of searching and web integration towards information and content discovery. Future search engines will be using a convergence theory of web search or personalization or ads, which will allow users to move into content discovery through recommendations rather than searches. The figure shows convergence theory. With more and more people relying on the internet or search engines to find suitable products online, organizations are working together by sharing the data from users' online activity from different platforms, with the objective of minimizing the number of searches to find relevant information or content by generating accurate, personalized recommendations based on recent activities. I call this paradigm the convergence theory, where traditional search, ads and recommendation engines are combined together to bring relevant content discovery to users at a personalized level by bringing an end to search on the internet. In the future, we'll see more and more applications making use of this convergence theory to minimize the number of searches by users, and also of recommendation engines for personalized content discovery. Next is leaving the web behind. Search engines and recommender systems are employed to enrich social experience as well as user experience by reaching out to the customers. More futuristic systems will continuously listen to their customers online and address their grievances at the earliest opportunity, even when their displeasure is being expressed on social sites. The following figure shows the motivation for futuristic recommendations, leaving the web behind. Emerging from the web. New paradigms are evolving, such as internet television replacing traditional television. Those times are gone when people had to wait to see their favourite programs at a predefined hour. Instead, people would wish to watch programs at a convenient time. Now times have changed. We're watching episodes at a time convenient to us on the internet. This change in the mindsets of people have made business houses redesign their business models to increase their profits. As a result of the shift in the motivation of recommendations, the context of recommendations is changing. Different people need different things at different times, with different people. The F figure depicts what was explained earlier. A person going on a vacation with family might have a set of requirements that is contradictory to the set of requirements for when the person is going on a vacation with friends. Similarly, the same person may have different requirements at the same time in two different places. The difference in preferences is elaborated in the following figure, where we can see different people in different countries with different people at different times wearing different dresses. The futuristic recommender systems will continuously and actively listen to their users to cater to their requirements on the go. Next, best actions. Another type of futuristic recommender system would be the systems that are sophisticated enough to predict your next move and make relevant suggestions without you asking explicitly. Wow! In this video, you learned about the future and phases of recommendation engines.